Hello, welcome back to Nimi's Garden. Okay, so last episode we kind of toyed around a bit, but we didn't get very far. I went to look at the editor, and I went to try and figure out what to do next. Um, I was very close to actually getting progress in the last episode, but I did give up before actually hitting the correct solution. I went to ask for help in the Discord, and I was graciously given a hint that I can actually access some new levels from the Pointer Playground. So remember that time where I made the statement, this is level here, and it just turned into random levels? Except for the one interesting case where this got targeted for some weird reason. Yeah, apparently that's actually relevant, and the correct thing to have done was to aim at this cell over here. And there is actually a way to know that from playing the levels alone without checking the editor. This level, I think, the hidden, yeah, has this exact layout here. So the husk and the husks, the walls are all the husks, the wall, they're all there. I think the levels are in the correct positions as well, which indicates that there must be another level here. So if we went back to the roots and tried to transpose that over, it will seem that there might be a level here, which is the one direction I chose not to check. But yeah, if I went ahead and made this as level, I might need to make this point towards the right, but how do I do that? This targets cliff, right? Yeah, so how am I gonna point at this? Well, I can do this to point... Okay, so I need this to point upwards, I think. So this is up. So that text is now pointing up, which means that when I do this, I should be able to target this text over here. And I can make that is right. Okay. Actually, to do that, I want this to be pointing right here, which is kind of an issue. How do I do that? That's gonna be a bit of a problem. Yeah, so I need this pointing in the middle cell over here. Because if I went back here, right, it has to be a this. It can't be a that pointing here. It needs to be a this text pointing here. So this needs to be pointing right at this position. And then this is level. Yeah. But the issue is that we cannot have this pointing towards the right very easily. Yeah, it needs to be pointed at by that, which needs to be here. Which is a problem, because if this were here, how would I make this text point right here? Actually, hold on, here's a question. No, this text messes things up. Yeah, I mean, that is right. Also doesn't work, because that will put pointing at the cliff instead. Like, the only way I can make text point right here is by doing this. But that necessarily requires... Well, I could do a bit of shifting. A bit of shifting could be interesting. But that would shift everything, right? That's not what I want. I want this. I want this guy to be pointing up. Which I can't do because this right is already being used. Huh. Okay. So how to get this text to be pointing towards the right? I need this to be up at this position. I mean, it could also be here. That generates the same effect, but then the issue still stands where I can't make this point right down here. I'm not entirely sure how to get that to work. Yeah. Here's a question. Wait, hold on. If level was up, it upside down's the level. Yeah, whatever. I made level a shift. Oh Jesus. I'm basically playing as a reverse character here, which I guess isn't as bad. That shifts everything up. Is that good? Not really. Because it still doesn't prevent... Like... I want this to be pointing right here, and even shifting can't do that. It has to be this is right. Here. Like... Yeah, wow, this is kind of crazy. I can't do that as right from here. That really is a problem. And like, if the right text was already in place, then there's basically no way for that text to be pointing up. Yeah. Okay, so this is kind of now a bit more confusing to me. What else can I do? Because we need this to be pointing... Do we need it to be pointing here? We need it to point in this location, exactly. So, yeah, it needs to be here pointing... Right, I also need to say this is level. To point at this exact location. And also the statement this is level must appear on the map itself. So it can't just be... Well, I don't know. The problem is cliff is not passed, which I don't like. So I can't really do this is right, like so. This will never work. Unfortunately. And having that do this also doesn't work. Like, this looks maybe interesting. But, no. And we have this whole Nimi thing. But I'm not entirely sure how to use this Nimi to my advantage here. Can I actually use it to my advantage here? Not Nimi is still, so Nimi being shift is pointless. And there's a right here, I guess. That's interesting, right? That is interesting, right? Is it interesting? It is somewhat interesting, but I can't access it very well. The only way to access it and use it is with a that text. But how is that going to translate over to here? I can't do level is this. If I won with level is... let's say level is right, and then I won. What would happen to all the text that's being persisted? Okay, let's make things as easy as possible. Okay. Okay. So I mean, yeah, things shifted a little bit. I want to maintain levels right, and then try and leave and see what happens to the text. What direction does it point at? Points there. Which is correct, actually. This is how text point at even... like... Oh, you know what I can do? I just need to make sure there's nothing here. Like, there just needs to be a blockade here. So I can just, you know, shove a bunch of random stuff down here. No, not like that. I guess Nimi has to be the text that goes in with stuff things. So this is stuffed in here, meaning that if level were to shift rightwards, this text would change direction, but it won't actually move anywhere. Okay. And I still have all the text that I need to shift the entire level across. Okay. And then level is down. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna set the level is down from here. Okay, level is down. This is Nimi is now resolved, but I do want to actually make this level instead. And we should be done. Now the middle will become a level, and yeah, that is one that I can access. Well done. Yay! Here's an orb I can just win. There's a bunch of pixels around that act as walls. I'm not entirely sure what this is actually though. Okay. I guess, okay, you know what? I think this is actually representing the wall itself. Oh, we managed to break into it. So like, the wall, which initially is just a blank canvas of pixels, has been broken into and then there's a orb inside. I believe that's what's being represented here. Hooray! Alright, yeah, and with that, we have unlocked more levels. With the 5 levels left, we should be up to 231, which I think is actually the ending. So I've already forgotten what the... Oh, I have to do this again. Crap. Oops. Oh, it's whatever. We'll solve some puzzles. I believe 231 is actually the 100% mark. I believe. Oh, I remember. I might be wrong. But yeah, let's see if we can actually hit 231. Extending the rules. Ah, yes, new word. Or at least, new thing. This is text that is an ellipse. What an ellipse does is it extends a statement. So star dot 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 is melt. Okay. Nimi is melt. Nimi is dot 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 u. We want vine is melt to get rid of the vines. So we'll extend the statement and destroy the vine like so. Okay. I could try and make, I guess, star is used fine. I want to extend the rules by making, I think... How about we'll do Nimi as star? No. Actually, yeah. No. I can only access you from one point. I need to extend the rule here. So I kind of want, like, Nimi is here, and then to put the 3 ellipses here. So I make Nimi is you. Here's something I could technically do. I could do this. Nimi is star. But the problem with that is that doesn't work because Nimi is the winning object in this case. So I almost sort of feel like We might need 3 objects here, but I don't think that's possible. 3 simultaneous objects. And even then, that might not be what I want. If I just did this, the sentence breaks. I mean, I can push stuff in. So I can reduce the sentence. Not really though. Can I reduce the sentence? With 2 objects I can. But if I had 2 objects, how am I gonna do things? Okay, so let's try having 2 Nimis. Yeah, the issue is if I tried to reduce a sentence by making star is you, that wouldn't work because then I would have no stars to work with. Oh, but Nimi is star. Oh. Oh, that's great. This does work backwards, but not forward. So I can't do the opposite here because star is Nimi. Actually, hold on. Let's try putting this in. Yeah. So now, like, I can't do things anymore. Because I need the star to be all the way back. So yeah, this works. But what can I do afterwards? I need this object. It needs to be like a big extension in both directions, right? It can't be... I mean, technically I can make Nimi is win right now, but there are no Nimis. Yeah, so it has to be one object being you and win at the same time, I believe. Okay, I have an idea. I can maybe use the text here. I can break it. So now star can be something as well over here. Maybe star being Nimi here is... No, not useful. Because I only have 1 Nimi. Yeah, what? I can't do anything here. I can't do Nimi is like... This just doesn't work. Because star can't be Nimi in this case. Right? Or maybe I'm tripping. Is it possible? I don't think so. I think I think I messed up somewhere. I mean, here I definitely need Vine to melt. Vine is Vine, so Vine can't do anything. Wait, but Vine is Vine. It implies that I could do something else with the Vine, maybe. Oh no. Why is Vine necessary here? I mean, I could do this to get the is text somewhat clear, but I don't see the point. Is this not the only move I can make to start? I feel like this has to be the only move I can make. Okay. So how would I extend this? Star is... well... If I put is here, this just breaks the statement, yeah. If I break the statement by doing this, it just isn't possible to do anything anymore. I will need two objects here. I would need... I'll need... Oh wait, no, I can get rid of the Nimi by putting in a ellipses, and then that would actually make star as you. Oh. Wow, why didn't I see this before? That works. That is a surprising interaction with the ellipses I never thought about. Okay. Level 2. 1 is enough. Nimi ... is you. Okay. We have Kiki now. Have we ever seen Kiki before? I feel like we've never seen Kiki before, like in this entire pack. Kiki just shows up here out of nowhere. Kiki's defeat, so Kiki can't be you. Bog is defeat. Well, Nimi is float. Okay, Nimi is float works. But I think I need to do this. And the reason for that is because I need to break it at some point to win on the star. Okay. I also need to have pushed Kiki in place. So I think what I need to have done is I need to use the ellipses to extend the statement Kiki is pushed so I can retrieve the ellipses later. Wait, that's really not right. Any Kiki is move, so I feel like the ellipses I have to use here. But that doesn't work either. Okay. Like this actually needs to have an ellipses in it, right? I can't have like Kiki in the middle here. Yeah, because Kiki is push. Well, Kiki is push would have gotten an is stuck unless this happened. I could have done this. And now I can get the is out. The ellipses is gone, but that's fine because we don't need it. So once I do this, I can just go through and I have the spare is because I saved one is by extending the statement using the ellipses. Okay. Nice misdirection, by the way. Because it felt so obvious and natural to put the ellipses here. I think the difficulty was discovering that this is where the ellipses has to go instead. There you go. That breaks Nimi's float and I win. Yeah, that was a really cool level. Level 3, realign. Okay, lots of ellipses. Star is push. Star is directional U. Cliff is sink and safe. We need win. Oh, realign. I need to like verticalize this. Okay. Now, what in the world am I supposed to do here? Actually, what am I supposed to do here? I guess I can start by shortening all of this, because if I made star as you... How about star as you in the other direction? How about star as you only towards the right? This way the star won't cause any disruptions unless it's moving right. Meaning I can break the statement and then reform it by doing this. Okay, so I probably should have done that from here. Okay, and I do that from here as well. Okay. Ooh, careful. So now star is win vertically should be fine. Okay, I do see a problem being that we'll need to somehow stop this star from destroying the U statement. Yeah, I will need to do that. I mean, I can do this. That gets this half done. So if I maybe started like here. No, I would have had to start here. That doesn't make sense. I feel like the idea is I want this to happen and then I want to Like, get over to the other side, that kind of thing. Oh, I can push the star. Wait, I can push the star. Oh. Well, if I can push the star, then things get a little better. Because now the star can get out of the way. Okay. Okay. So let's try doing that. Let's try pushing you out of the way. I really want to push you upwards because there's nothing down here to support you as I move left. But that doesn't seem very easy right now. I can do this, but like, this gets some ellipses stuck. If star is push wasn't in this location, I'll be fine. So before doing all of that, let's try moving star is push out of the way. Okay. We'll get the wind out of the way as well. What I'm going to want to do is do this, do that, and then do the same thing here. Okay, now star, you can get out of the way. I'm just gonna stuff you in the corner there. I can get you out really easily using star as you. In case, you know, there's some reason for that. But really, what I'm looking for is star is win, using the is from Nimi is you. And then, because star is push, I can't win on the star, but the star itself can win because star can be you. Which should solve the issue. There you go. And now one star is you in any direction. This counts as a win. Sweet. Okay, level 4. 2-step. Ooh, what is this structure over here? Okay. So Nimi is you, Cliff and Bog is still, Cliff is stop, Bog is defeat. Text sinks text, so no stacking. We have not. We have belt is shift. I guess not belt is shift should let me move the belts around. Yeah. What in the world am I gonna want to do here? 2-step feels like I need to alternate between moving and not moving. So it's like a double move, no move, 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 double move. No move I can idle. And I can double move down. Yeah, so I need to alternate between double moving and no moving. And I think that shouldn't be too difficult if I can use the ellipses correctly. Yeah, I can swap out ellipses and not. So Nimi is either ellipses move or Nimi is not move. And then on the other side I have Nimi is move like this. Okay. So let's shift the belts to alternate. The belt will alternate between ellipses and not. Okay, yeah, and I see why there's a gap up here. It's to make belt shift, which means that's what the second ellipses will be for. They extend the statement so the is can exist there. So here belt is shift. Then here we make Nimi is ellipses and not. I should have separated these guys a little bit. Give me a second here. Yeah, because they have to be alternated between two pieces of text. It has to be separated by one space. Okay. There you go. So now Nimi will alternate between moving and not moving. But even better, Nimi will alternate between not moving and moving twice. So now Nimi is either move twice or it's not move at all, and that's all we need. Ah, jeez, okay. Can I align myself right? Okay, there you go. Okay. There you go. Nice. That was pretty clean. I'm glad I got that set up right away. Alright, one more. Out of whack. Out of whack. Oh, it's an extra. Oh, I see the issue. We're missing one ellipses. But there's still a set distance between us. Oh, that's weird. How do I win then? Because I can't make stars win anymore. Can I? Probably not. Ooh, yeah. What can I do here? Well, I can break star as push actually. So by having star is you wanting right. I think I do want to do that because I do want to overlap on the star. Well, the unfortunate thing is if I try to go back here, you're just gonna reset the statement. Well, not if I do that, okay. So what I want to do is get the star is on the other side of the star so it doesn't reform the statement. At this point, I should be able to do whatever I want. But star isn't push, which is good. Now, the reason I don't want star to be push is because I potentially want... Well, what would I want? Yeah, how do I win this? How do I win this? I could do star is win like this, maybe. That feels rather difficult. Yeah, because how am I going to get... How am I going to get that to work? I can get... I can't get star is you vertically. Because it is to be used for Nimi is you. Yeah. Okay, well, the thing I can definitely start off by doing first is by repeating the exact same steps to get all the ellipses out. However, at this point, I'm not sure if that's what I really want. Do I really want to get the ellipses out? It seems not beneficial anymore. But at least shortening the word, maybe shortening the statement maybe isn't too big of an issue. Okay. Let's get you out of here. And then I'll get a star down as well. Sure. Okay, so with all these ellipses, what can I do? Can't do Nimi as win. I can't do star as win. I definitely feel like I should do something here. Okay, question. Do you think statements parse as they are formed here? Like, how would I do this? I don't know how I would do this. Because the fun thing is that with eat, right, the eat priority comes so late that you can actually win while like text or level is being eaten. If text is being eaten, right, the statement X is win still passes despite that text being eaten. Meaning if you happen to be standing on the winning object while the statement is being eaten, you will still win. And the same goes for level. If something eats a level but you win on the same turn, you actually win the level. So I'm wondering if I could get something similar to happen, except I just shove the win text in here or something. But that does seem fairly challenging, considering how I couldn't really make a statement that works very well. Like, I guess I could maybe... No, I don't think so. Yeah, so then I have no idea how to make a win statement occur. Okay, question. Can star is you be made here? Just at all? I mean, yeah, I suppose if I did like this, I pushed up and then star pushed to the right. The problem is that the star will need to be pushing towards the right, which I think is the problem. Because how can star push to the right while I am still here? The star should be able to do that. But shouldn't do that at all. You do this and it needs to shove the text towards the right. And that will get star is you to form. Even then, how would I make star is win or something of that variety? I don't know. Yeah, I definitely need more ellipses. So another way this could work is how? It seems like there are a lot of things that don't work. Just because I've lost one ellipses. I can do star as Nimi, but because Nimi's used broken, doesn't make a difference. I mean, I suppose one thing I could actually do is shove this text against the... Oh, there's no wall to shove it against. Oops. Oh. That kind of stinks. Yeah, how else could I win? I think it could be this, but I can't get text in here. So the star, like... Star is win needs to be formed like this, I would maybe assume. Which doesn't make sense, because how could I have entered this area? I guess star could have pushed in the win text. Yeah, I guess the star could have pushed in the win text. But then star can't be you and win at the same time. Okay, so if I did in fact get star is you, then I can't make Nimi is you. Yeah. But I could potentially make maybe Nimi is star? That's not what I want to do I? Yeah. I also want to know if this doable. Is this solution also possible on the previous level? Because it looks identical except it's missing one ellipses. If this solution doesn't work on the previous level, which is typically what the case is for a lot of extras, have solutions that don't work on the original level to prevent you from winning both levels in the same way. If that was the case, I would ask how would that be true? But there is a lot of reason why it's not true. Like, the solution to this could be just so incredibly obscure and tedious that the creator felt fine to leave it in the original puzzle anyway, since you're very likely to solve the puzzle normally before even finding the solution. But even if in fact this solution doesn't work on the previous level, the question I will ask is why? Is 5 ellipses really that important of an amount? And why could we not just get rid of 1 ellipses and then solve the puzzle similarly? No, okay. I think the solution in level 5 does work in level 3. It's just so much more obscure. Okay, so we can't ask that question anymore. We can't really go that meta and ask why a level is designed like that. We just need to find a way out. Okay, so is there any chance of this working? Probably not. Is there any reason why I want to keep the length of the statement here? Maybe. So okay, actually let's show something. So if I did this, would Nimi is you pointing down pass for a bit? Oh, it wouldn't even. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, hold on, hold on. Oh, dang it. Okay. You know what? Let's not try and have that work. How about this? So, will this create Nimi a star? Yes, and look at that. It's because this statement passed right as the text sank. So I just feel like that's really interesting. It might help us win, but likely it won't. Just because I can't do anything as a star now. But I will say that is quite interesting. We do have to sync the U text for that though, which I am very unwilling to do so. I can always do something like always do something like this. Right, but then it doesn't work anymore. Okay, so I mean at least I got to demonstrate that property. Doesn't really help me, but at least I got to show off that. What will actually win here? Do I have to retrieve an is text maybe? That seems rather difficult. I could try and make Nimi is win, but again, it's rather difficult to retrieve an is text. I don't know which is text it could be. Well, another thing I could do is actually break this up and then push star up to make star is you. Oh, yeah, let's try that. Then can I just make Nimi's win? Let us indeed try that. So we'll do this. We'll break star is push. The good thing is I should still be able to maintain access to the star either way because I have the U text here. This will allow for very controlled movement of the star, which I like. So the idea is... I might as well just do it with the U text here. Maybe not. Okay. The idea is I want the U text to be pushed up. Sure, it's whatever. Okay, so like this, if I just push star as U upwards, I believe that should allow me to make star as U normally. So we'll do that. There you go, star as U. That's actually really, really good, because I can just make Nimi's win. There you go. Ta-da! Okay. Yeah, and that is it for the roots. Alright, pardon me, I am back. Okay, so I want to do a little bit of checking. The counts are all correct. 231, 12, and 3 are in fact the 100% counts for the roots. In addition, all 3 badges must appear on screen. And I had 2 the last time. Did I get 3? I did. I don't know where the third one comes from. I think it's getting all bonuses. Gives you your 3rd badge. But yeah, 3 badges. So this, there you go, is 231, 231, well, I forget what this is called. Dandelions, I don't know, 12 flowers and 3 bonuses. Plus 3 on the badge. Sorry, 3 badges on the banner. There you go. So yeah, that's it. But of course, we still have a lot to go through. And that will be in the form of the museum. So I'm going to show you the editor for the first time. I shouldn't, but I will. So on top of all the levels that we ever had here, including like some of the ones that we've already solved before. Da da da, da 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 da. You've seen these before. We've beaten them before. There's also a museum containing all the levels that didn't make it through. So yeah, I'm going to go over to the world map. Gonna set a level down. Let's have it in the corner here. Oh wow, they have graciously placed a pillar for us to use. We'll have it be open, then we'll have the level lead to the museum. Let's have the level be a nicer color. There you go, that's a color I can deal with. Okay, so the cool thing is now that if we go back to the main menu, this level should have opened up. I should definitely have an exit for that, just in case I want to leave. So we will have a path. I'll place that down here. I'll save, I'll go back, and if everything goes well, oh, there isn't one there. Oh, oops, I guess. Let's try something else. Sorry, I'm dealing with weird editor stuff here. Try and draw a path all the way from existing path. If that doesn't work, I don't know what will. There you go. There's now a path over here. The reason why is because I need a path to be able to get the cursor off of this map. Or this level. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do that. Okay, so yeah, I can now enter the museum. I can now look at all these levels. Nimi is just chilling here, like quite literally. And yeah, so now that we have 100%ed the entirety of this pack, we can go look at the museum. The museum contains, well, let's see. Some are solvable puzzles, some are nothing. The levels are good by world, but in no particular order. None of the levels here are winnable. Wherever a win text may have been, a best text is in its place. And the reason is so that the 100% count here isn't changed at all. So yeah, a bunch of unused levels. We'll check them all out one by one. And we'll see how the pack turned out, I guess. If not the first person to 100% this pack on camera, I should be probably the first person to actually look at the museum on camera. So yay! Yeah, with that, I think we're gonna end off the episode. I'll see you next time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Bye bye!